Started already about classes concept yesterday. Now we are going to in-depth of it. What? Classes. Very in-depth we are entering into that. So we must understand very perfectly, students. Let's move to the classes concept. Already we made some statements over there, right? Do you remember or forget, ma? Remember. What is the purpose of class? To develop programmer defined data type and to develop any real-time application. That is what we discussed in the last session. Come in, ma. And at the same time, what is the need of development of programmer defined data type? For customized data storage, for custom data storage, and next is what? Customized operations. Okay, fine. After that, we developed the classes concept by using class keyword. Class keyword, correct? Every class name in Python is called object. Every class name in Python is object. Keyword. First mistake, okay. Second mistake is so terrible. So every class name in Python is one of the programmer defined data type. So not at all reading the notes. Okay. So that I observed it. So see that I already said to you, every programmatically, every class name is treated as what? Programmer defined data type. Okay, now every Python program in OOPS must starts with what concept? Classes concept. Then after that, I defined a class. By seeing this customized data. Data can be stored inside of variables. That data, what you want to store, that data we write inside of the class. What type of operations you will write, that you will write inside of the class. So class is a constructor. Class is a container of what? Variables. And then what? Functions. Functions in OOPS from now onwards called as what? Methods. Methods are nothing but functions. Don't think in otherwise. In functional programming, subprograms are known as what? Functions. That subprograms in OOPS called what? Methods. So anybody ask what is the difference between functions and methods? Tell that in Python, a subprogram is known as function. A subprogram written without OOPS is called a function term. A subprogram written inside the class is called what? Method. And I told yesterday one important difference. Once we define a class, memory space is not created for data members and methods, but whose memory space is created when we create object. So object first, class first. Class. With respect to class, what we will create? Objects. Object first or class first? Class is the first. Later we will create what? Good. So let me move to the further. Today I'm going to enter into syntax for defining a class. Syntax for defining class. Now I'm going to enter into the new concept. Very, very important. And today we'll start with the programming. Very, very important, students. Syntax for defining a class. Syntax for defining a class in Python. So this concept, whatever I said, the concept which I said to you so far, that concept I'm going to write it. Syntax for defining a class in Python, I'm going to say separately for you. So this concept is common in Java, common in C++, common even after 20 years any object-oriented programming language is coming. Please remember this word. And as it is, this is a common concept. Now I'm going to say what? How to implement the classes concept in which language? Python. So I'm going to start with it. Shall we start up? Yes. Syntax for defining a class. So every real-time application must start with what concept? Good. Class contains what? Class contains object. So I'll stop my class now. Class contains variables, methods. With respect to class, we will create what? Object. Class contains variables and okay. Now I'm going to write it. Easy. Class name. I'm writing what? Class name. I will explain what is class name. Everything I will explain. Indentation symbol. Indentation symbol. Do you know indentation symbol? Yes. Indentation symbol followed by indentation block. Indentation symbol followed by what? Indentation block. Suppose if I don't write indentation block, I will write what? Pass, I will write it. I will explain everything so perfectly, students. Carefully try to follow. After that, I am writing. Don't worry about the syntax which I am writing. Class level variables. Class level variables. Here, variables are of two types. I am having here a class is a collection of what? Variables. Variables. Next is called, or variables also called as data members, or called what? Data members are what? Attributes and what? Methods. These variables are classified into two types that I am writing. I will explain it. Don't worry. Class level data members. I will explain them in detail. That is my today's agenda. Next, I will write it. Inside of the class, we will be writing. Actually, the people says, even in the internet and all those things says, variables centered. Variables, and then they will write methods. That's it. It is a wrong actually. It is a wrong. It's a blunder. So we don't want to train you like that. If I write like that, nothing is going to come. Even errors will come more and more. So I'm giving perfect answer. Class level data members. Class level data members. I will explain everything. So carefully listen it. You will understand everything. Oh, right. When do you go for class level data member? I'll give you so perfectly listen. DEF. What is DEF starts with? Function I am going to define. Functions in class are known as what? Methods. Okay. Now I am writing. Methods are of three types, students. Methods are of three types. What is that methods? Instance method, class level method, static method. At least names you tell me. Instance method, class level method. Yes. Instance method name. Instance method name. As usual. As usual. What I will write? List of formal parameters as usual. What you learned, which I am writing. List of, 1 minute, don't write, listen. List of formal parameters. List of formal params if any. And before that, today, this is called our normal function we learned or not. Today we are learning some extra variable we are getting self. Self we are getting it. So lot of people will struggle a lot to understand the self. Lot of people will get a struggle to understand what is self. But I will explain self to you like anything. And even in you, 95% people can understand, 5% people will get the problem again. Problem. So if you don't concentrate, you'll get the problem. So I'm write it there. I will write it there. Don't worry. I will write specify instance data members. Actually, whoops in Python are little tricky. It's a tricky in the sense అర్థమైతే తొందరగా అర్థమవుతుంది, లేకపోతే అసలు అర్థం కాదు. If you understand, immediately you will understand. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you. That's why carefully listen without having any other things in the mind. Specify instance data members performs specific operations. Specific operations. Performs specific operations. What is the meaning of it also I will explain. Right now, don't worry about anything. Next, I will write it. This is about instance method related. Next, I am going to write it once different notation I am using today. At the rate class method. At the rate class method. DEF class level method name. Class level method name. Class level method name. Class level method name. I am writing. Just I am writing. CLS comma list of formal params, if any. List of formal parameters, if any. List of formal parameters, if any. Who is that? Ashwin. Boundary. What is that boundary? What is that boundary, my dear student Ashwin? Are you chatting with somebody or what? So maybe WhatsApp chatting and then this chatting by mistake, WhatsApp, what they need to type here it is in. So come to the point of it. Specify what? Class level data members. Class level data members. Data members. Class level data members. And next what? Performs common operations. Common operations. I'll explain to you students. Right. Okay. Sir, little bit slow, please. Okay. Little bit slow means in middle of it, I have to tell you some jokes. But I cannot because my time will be wasted. Slowly only I am talking. Nothing. I am not explaining. Only writing. I am writing. Next. Okay, ma, Ashwin, don't worry. I'll go little slow. At the rate, static method, I will write it DEF, static method name of it is taking self here, it is taking CLS here. So how can I recognize it is called, how can I recognize it is instance method or class level method? Just one blind rule. One blind rule. How do you say blind rule? Whichever function is taking self, it is known as what? Whichever function is taking CLS as the first formal parameter, it is called what? Okay. Whichever function is not taking self, not taking CLS, that is called what? List of formal params, if any. Neither self-taking nor CLS taking, known as what? Right. Performs, I will explain all these things so perfectly. Performs utility operations. Utility operations. Utility operations. This is called my complete syntax. Actually, this is called, still syntax is there. I'm not writing. If I write everything now, you will not come tomorrow onwards. After that, I will write what? After that, I will write what? DEF underscore init underscore init. So list of what again? Formal params, I will write it. Formal params, I will write it. I will do some sort of operation called initialization. Initialization. Now I will write one more thing. DEF underscore del of self, I will write it. Related to what? Garbage collection kind of concept. Garbage kind of concept. Not following. Thinking somewhere, correct? Where? What is the definition of class? Stand up once. No. Not you. You are good. నువ్వు టెన్షన్ పడి వాళ్ళు టెన్షన్ పడుతున్నారు అన్న సార్ అడుగుతున్నారు క్వశ్చన్ అని. నన్నేం చూస్తాను, నేను సెలబ్రిటీయా? నన్నేం చూస్తావు? అందుకే నాకు భయం అయింది, నన్ను చూస్తున్నావని నేను క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతున్నాను. నన్ను చూసి ఏం రాదు, అడు చూడు. వాట్ ఇస్ ద డెఫినేషన్ ఆఫ్ క్లాస్? టెల్ మీ. డోంట్ ఫోల్డ్ ద హ్యాండ్స్. రిలాక్స్గా విని చెప్పు. వాట్ ఇస్ ద డెఫినేషన్ ఆఫ్ క్లాస్? అంటే నాలాగా అవుదామనే, అంటే ఫ్యాకల్టీ అవుతావా? మరి ఏంటి, కూర్చో, జాగ్రత్త విను క్లాసు. సో ఐ విల్ గో ఫర్ ఇట్. I used to fear when you look at me. I used to fear. When you look at the subject, now I will be relaxed. When you look at me, now I will fear a lot. That's why I'll ask a question. Okay, now so look at on the screen. This I will explain separately for you. Now I'm going to say. So, now who is that? Ardev Singh, del for delete. Okay. Del for delete, int for integer, OS for operating system. Like that. Ardev? Okay. So don't go for my dear student like that. Now I want to start with syntax for defining a class in Python. Everybody must listen so carefully because Python is so tricky. And you take any Python student, whoever you find in any of the states, in anywhere else, ask what is the syntax of class in Python. They can't tell this. You search in any website, you can't find this detailed explanation what I am giving. So don't lose this opportunity, students. Slowly I will explain. Listen carefully. Now I am going to start with each and every word I will explain. Class name. First I will start with what? Types of variables in Python. What is the definition of class? Once again, a class is a collection of variables and methods. Variables are also known as what? Data members. Variables are also known as what? Attributes. Methods are also known as what? Right. Simple, student. When you want to build your house, this is your land. You are designing how many rooms you want for reading, how many rooms you want for some purposes. You are going on designing your things. So these are all called what? These are all called what? Variables. And inside of it, you are doing some operation or not? You are doing some operation that are called what? Functions. This is the drawing of your house. Inside the house, you are specifying what are the variables, what are the operations you are doing inside. That is known as what? Class definition. What is a class? A class is what is a class? The purpose of class is to develop the programmer defined data type. Why do you develop the programmer defined data type? To store the customized data, to perform customized operations. So customized data not possible to store it in 14 data types. To customized operations not possible with all the methods of list, set and all those things. To do my own data storage, to do my own operations, I will go for what? Our own class is required, our own data members required, our own methods are required. Understand, students? When Hyundai people want to design the new model of the car, when Hyundai people want to design the new model of the car, they will design how many seats they want, and what type of seat is for what purpose. And this is the seat, and this is the driving seat, and this is called the car, this is the door. AC events are how many? They will design what they will design. They will design a vehicle, and this vehicle you cannot go and sit. Are you able to follow, students? So this is called only a model of it. These are all called what? The seats are called what? Variables. And you are doing inside of it. He is driving, he is observing the road, he is doing something, different operations you are doing. So that are called what? Inside of this model, we are going to do what? You are not only specifying the data storage, you are also representing what operations you are doing. So model of the car contains what? Data members plus what? Operations. Are you following, students? So how this word called class is coming? How this class is coming? You take your Java, Python class, you take it. In my class, what is there? Data is there. What is the data? On the board, data is there or not? And you are called what? You are consuming the data. You are understanding the data. You are called what? Methods. The data which is there on the board is called what? Variables. Data. And who am I? Class name. In my class, what is there? Data is there, plus consuming the data. Operations on the data is called what? Methods are there. That's why they named as what? Class. What is a class? A class is a collection of data members and methods. Data members are also called variables. Variables are also known as attributes. Are you following me? Huh? Class contains identifiers are known as what, my dear student? My dear student, I will open your flashback. So daily daily will ask some question. I will show you your flashback. Go to your concept, and where is this data representation? Data representation literals. I will open it. Your favorite word. That's why don't read the Balaguru Swami book. Come to the point. Come to the point. What is this concept called? Very long story. Your first beginning days. This is called what? Main memory. To store the data in main memory, to allocate the memory space, we use what? Right. Because he's taking my control. Data representation, you come to this place once you come. Now, long ago, this is the very beginning stages. So, this is called my input. Storing in main memory, Distinct names. Distinct names makes us to identify the values or literal stored in where. They are also known as what? Identifiers are changing during the program execution or not? Yes, during the program execution, they are changing it. During the program execution, they are changing it. That the type of things are known as what? Literals are known as what? Values. Values are stored in where? Values are stored in where? Objects, okay. Before that, objects are known as what? Identifiers. Identifiers are known as what? Variables. Variables are different. Literals are different. Literals are nothing but what? Values. Where I said this? Beginning days I told. One more point I will show you. One more point. Literals. Data representation. Types of literals. Because my favorite student is forgetting daily and coming. See types of literal. Integer literals, float literals, string literals, boolean literals. Explained or not? Right. Next. Where is it? So coming to the point. Can I show anything else? Rules for using variables. Rules for using variables. Our flashback. The following rules are used for variables. All these rules. Sweet memories of beginning days. So coming to back. Now I'm going to enter into a class is a collection of what? Data members and methods. Data members are called official name of oops. Data members are nothing but what? Variables. Nothing but what? Attributes. Present inside of where? Class. Are you following? Suppose. Now I will take last and final. Teacher. Teacher is called what? One type of class. Teacher is called one type of class. A small diagram, I will write it. I am explaining UML notation, which we worked in the industry. UML is called one of the software for designing class diagrams. Teacher, teacher number, teacher name, teacher subject, teacher experience. What are these things, ma? These are called data members, variables, attributes, present in which class? And DEFO, DEFO. What is this now? Teach. Next is called DEFO, DEFO. Type of job, type of job. So what type of job it is? Is it part-time or full-time? DEFO, DEFO. Grade of the faculty, grade of the faculty. Is it called operations we do on that or not? What are these called? Methods. What are these called? Data members. Collection of data members and methods are writing in where? A class is a collection of what? Data members and methods. Understand? Fine. Shall I move forward? Yes. My dear students, Hardev, are you following? And one more student. So coming to the point of it, I hope you are following me. The student who said, sir, little slow you said. Hardev, you are following. One more student is there. And Ashwin, are you able to follow, my dear student? Can I move forward? Now I am going to introduce the first mechanism I am going to say. I am going to say what today? I am entering into inside the class. What is the definition of class? Once again, my dear student, please spell out. A class is a collection of data members and methods. What are the data members' purpose? To store the data. What is the purpose of methods? To perform the operation. Data members and methods of class are reflected to what? Object. Class is only blueprint. It is a prototype. Like what one Somu one student is there. Prototype. It is a model. Your house model is called what? It is an idea about your house. But will you sit inside the house? Whatever house is there, it will reflect to your physical house when you construct it. Correct or not? All the things of class will reflect to where? Object. Correct or not? So I'm talking, first point is what? Types of data members. Types of data members in class of Python. Python. Now I'm going to introduce. So interesting. If you catch me, let's start. Let's start. Beginning some difficulty. At the end of the class, you'll understand everything. We know that slowly I will go for it because Ashwin said that sir, go slow. Otherwise it will go to boundary. So unable to stop. We know that a class is a collection of, we know that a class is a collection of what? Data members and what? Methods. So first I am talking about what? Data members. Right. In a class of Python, data members are classified into two types. They are number one, instance data members, and the next is called what? Instance data members. Second one is called what? Class level data members. Class level data members. What is instance data member? What is class level data member? I will explain. Shall I? Right. See students, when you are going to a banking sector to open an account, they used to have one prototype with them. Suppose you want to open an account in a bank. What is account is called here? Class. What they are taking, what they are giving to you? Account number will be there. Customer name will be there. Your balance will be there. Your address will be there. Am I correct or not? ADDR. What are these four things are called? Very good. Next is called what? DEF. Come on. What are you doing on that? Deposit is called one operation. Next is called DEF. Withdraw is called one operation. DEF. Balance inquiry is called one operation. Next to DEF. Internet banking is another operation. Next to DEF. Credit, what is that? Balance, funds increasing capacity is one more. Like that, so many number of functions are there. What is this account is called? It's a blueprint. It's the prototype. It is the specification of my account. They design in the beginning. RBI designed this guideline. When Ashwin go to create an account, Ashwin AS is equal to account of. What is this AS is called? Object of which class? L is equal to list of. What is L? Of which class? L dot append, L dot copy, L dot clear. These are all called functions in which class? Which are reflecting to where? Object. Here also, AS can call these functions or not? Yes. AS can call these attributes also. Understand? All the data members and methods of class are reflected to whom? Object. Fine. Slowly coming to the point of it. Instance data members and class level data members I will give you slowly. Now, what is the definition of class? Once again, a class is a collection of data members and methods. How many types of data members are there? Number one, instance data members, class level data members. How many types of methods? Why do you use data members? To store the data as a part of what? Object. Directly we cannot store the data inside the data members of your class. No. You can store the data in data members of class when we create what? Object. Yes or no? Yes. Now coming to the point of it, I want to tell you what are the instance data members. I want to tell you what are the instance data members. You will understand, but beginning it is little difficult for you. Later it is easy. I'll write many points under that. Nothing to worry about it. I will take next second is called what data members? Class level. Now only you will understand. Okay. Let us go to the class level data members. and instance data members. Okay, coming to the point of it. Take one rough page. Now you are going for account class. You think about carefully. Account class. I'm giving a diagram here, students. ACNO. Next is called a customer name. Next is called a balance. Next is called a B name. B name I am going to take. Address of the customer also I will take. Since I am not going to the methods, I am talking about the data members. Now I want to talk. Tell me, if 1,000 customers are there who opened an account, what is different for 1,000 customers? Same or different? Different means, do you need to create a different memory space or only one memory space? Different memory space. Correct? Customer name, different. Even though 10 members will contain the same name, definitely different memory space is required. Correct or not? Next, balance, different. Different in the sense separate memory space to create only one memory space. Good. What about the branch name? Same. So you are understanding inside the class. You are understanding inside the class about the data members. First 3 data members memory space to create each and every time. And next B name memory space to create how many times? One time. If I create again and again, what will happen? Waste of memory space. Writing SBI for 1,000 times, is it not waste of time? Waste of memory space? Is it a good application development? No. How many times I have to allocate the memory space for B name? Why B name memory space to allocate one time? Because it is a common value. What value? Account number is a common value or specific value? Customer name, balance. So whichever data members are storing specific values, they are called what? Instance data members. Spell out. Whichever variable data member is containing a common value, that is known as class level data members. Spell out. Tell me. Quickly you tell me. Praveen is asking repeat once, sir. So I think that it will take so much hours to reach my destination. Account number, specific or common? Praveen, be active. Try to sit in the class and read. Don't lie on the bed. Online students, get up and then listen. Come on, fast. Account number, specific or common? Speed. Specific means what? Different people will contain different account numbers. ACNO is specific or common? So it is what type of data member? Instance. What type? Instance. Customer name, specific and instance. Specific and next balance, specific and instance. Branch name for lakhs of customers, common. I can go to specific also, but unnecessarily it will take lot of memory space. So good programmer cannot take them as a specific. Good programmer will take them as common. Understand? One more time, Praveen. One more time. Employee number in the company. Employee name in the company. Specific. Employee salary in the company. Specific. Specific data members are called what? Instance data members. Are you following? Company name for hundreds and lakhs of employees. So common values are called what data members? Class level data members. Easy or difficult? Easy. Dead easy. So next one more. Aadhaar card number in India. Specific. Citizen name. Specific. Citizen address. Specific. Country name for crores of Indians. Common. So India country name is called what? Class level data member. Aadhaar card number, customer name, address, all those things are what? Instance data members. Easy or difficult? Easy. Now I am going to enter into further. One more time. Hall ticket number, your examination hall ticket number, instance data member. Come on, specific and all those and keep it in the bag. Instance data member. Student name. Marks in section 1, marks in section 2, total marks, rank and all those things. Right. Are you understanding? University name conducting the entrance test. Class level data member. Are you able to get me? Yes. Last and final. Student number. Specific, don't tell, I said already. Instance data member. Student name. Marks. University name for lakhs of students. Right. Is it clear? Now I will go to my concept called types of data members. How many types of data members? 2 types. Ashwin, Praveen, all those things. Are you able to follow me? Shall I move forward? Now I am going to write first sentence. Ashwin, Praveen, all those students who are saying repeat once or like that. Please respond. Are you sitting and listening or not? When I ask it, you need to respond it. So, Praveen only I am saying. Parveen, okay, ma, okay, ma. Parveen, okay. Okay, ma. Okay, no problem. Parveen, okay, by mistake, common thing. Okay, Hardev Singh following. Ashwin is following. Parveen is following. Parveen, are you following, ma'am? Right. Now, so don't express your emoji symbols. Try to follow me carefully. Now, I'm going to write it. Okay, Shoaib Khan, you are following crystal clear. Nice. Now I'm going to continue. Those who are following, it's nice. Those who are not able to follow, I have to call their names. So they will be alert. When sir will call me like that. Now, I'm going to write it. Instance data members are those. Instance data members are those whose memory space created every time when we create what? Object. When we create object. Class is there. When we define a class, memory space is not created for data members and methods. Whose memory space is created when we create objects? 1000 account objects I am creating. 1000 times account number created. 1000 times customer names created. 1000 times balance will create. 1000 times their address will create. Correct? Good. Instance data members I will use to store which data? Specific data. Instance data members are used for storing which data? Specific data which is suitable for one person. Did you understand? Well, instance data members are always available with what? Object. Of course, they are created, specified inside the class, inside the specification, inside your model, but they are available with whom finally? Available with object, and hence they are also known as what? Object level data members. Object level data members. I will show you immediately coding now, because some point is required to enter into the coding. Shall I start coding now? Yes. So I will go for next another point. I will write it. Another point also I will write it after a few minutes. Now we will go for coding for which data members? Instance data members. Today's agenda is only these 2 points. That's all. If I go for very fast, everything is bouncing. Like Ashwin said, that's our boundary. So that's why I don't want to go for it. I will explain so slowly. Let us go to the file, new, and then others, and then say Python. What is that? Class. What is this now? Student. Say pass. I am taking the syntax once again. Class is a keyword. Already we had it. Class name. Only here I am talking. I am not entering inside at all. I will enter inside. Class student pass. That's all. Indentation symbol and then pass. What is student is called? Here student is called dash class name. Every class name in Python is called programmer defined data type. Third time I am saying today. Every class name in Python is called what? List, set, dict, they are all called class names or not? Since they are already developed, they are called predefined class names. These are called developed by the programmer. That's why these are known as what? Programmer defined classes. Every programmer defined class is also called one type of data type. Understand, students? Now, let us come to the once you developed a class whose memory space will not create at all. Once if the drawing of the house is done, it is there in the paper. You can't live inside the paper. You can't sit inside the room of your paper. You have to implement it. You have to create the memory space. So you have to construct the physical house. Coming to where now? Main program. Main program. Even program cannot execute from line number 1. It will scan it. It will come to know that it is a class name, like a function name only. Come on. S is equal to what? Object. Do you know how to create an object? Because we have seen lot of things. Integer object created, float object, boolean object, complex object. So many objects you created. L is equal to list of, S is equal to set of, D is equal to dict of. So many objects you created. Come on, create. Why do you create an object? To store the data. To create an object, what is required? Class. What is my class name? Now S is equal to what I am doing now? Student of. Like what? You just to feel it. L is equal to what? Just to feel it. Dict of. Next to feel it. What is this now? Tuple of. What these are all called? Predefined classes. Today I am writing this is called what? Yes. Suppose for example, I am writing EMP of. For example, what is this is known as class name. Class name. Once it is creating an object, do you have the class name for it? What is the student? Class name. But which one I am creating? What is EMP here? Class name. Do you have a class definition there? It will give you what? Error. Let me go for it. First time I am going for student example 1.py. First time. Let me show you the error. Let me show you the error. Go to the place. In this place, I'll go to 6 p.m. and whoops here. I'll go to this place. Under classes, I will save my program. First program. Coming to the command prompt. Coming to the command prompt. D:, our folder name, 6 p.m. and cd whoops here. And then there I will take it what? Classes. Is a concept name, right or not? Classes program, classes object program, object in encapsulation like that. Every folder separately I will create. See dir there. What is this? My program name is there or not? Please execute. Py student1 student ex1.py. Student ex1.py. Come on, say. What is happening? Error. Come on, EMP is not defined. That means, what are you creating? It's so difficult, looking very difficult. What is that line is called? Object of which class? Very, very difficult for me. List L is equal to list of. What is that? Creating which object? List object. Next is called what? D is equal to dict of. What is this? Why do you create an object? To store the data. Even very simple. Now I am going to write it. Remove this. Remove this. S is equal to what I am writing? Student of. What this line is called? What this line is called? Student object creation. So, if you practice the coding now, you will not get difficulty. You did not touch the book at all. not properly practiced, he will get all these troubles. What is this now? Name student is not defined. Go to the place. Now I will define what now? Class student. Say what? Pass. Student pass. Now you execute. Now what is this line is called? What is this line is called? Object creation. Object creation. Execute it. Of course, no answer will come. Error will not come at all. Error will not come. Are you following me? Error is not there. I will give you if you want. Print off. Print off. Object created. A message I am giving. Object created. Execute it. Object created or not? Yes. So now I am going to enter. Very nick of the moment. Whoops is very complex. I will see certain time. If you don't catch it, I will move my vehicle very fast. I will change my gears. I am in neutral now. I did not change my gear into first gear also. So S is equal to student of. When you create this object, do you know internally what is happening? When I say L is equal to list of, what is happening? A list will be created or not? L, which is containing some address or not? Like that. Today, when I am creating my object here, S is created. S is created, which is having some type of ID, which is having some type of ID, which is having some type of value also. What is S? Object of which class? Is the student class is there with me or not? Yes. Now let me print the ID. ID will be coming when the memory space is created. ID of what? Yes, comma, type of yes. ID of yes, type of yes. Okay, now? And you will get ID and you will get underscore main or something else will come. Don't worry about it. Now let me run it. See that 176 etc 9552 is an ID, and then what? And you don't worry, underscore main, all those things, you just skip off and see what only. What is student? What is this is called? That means memory space created or not? Okay. Okay. Hold on. Memory space is created. Now I am ready to place the data inside. Which data you want inside to place? I will tell this code in many ways. I will place inside SNO. I will place it. SNO is equal to 10. Yes, name is equal to, I will write RS, and then marks is equal to some 11.11. I will write it. At this memory space, there is no values at all. Now I am placing my data. Ready to place it? Yes. Come on. Now I am going to place student S1. What is S1? Object. In S1 object, I need to place the data or not? Come on. How do you place the data? S1 dot. In where I am placing? In S1. In, how do you place the data? S1 dot. S1 dot. Take your own variable name. Because Python is a dynamically typed programming language. SNO. Don't come and ask me, sir, is it fixed to take SNO now? You take STNO, you take student number, but follow the rules and regulations of variables. SNO is equal to 10. S1 dot what? S name is equal to RS. S1 dot what? Marks is equal to what? 34.56. So because of that, what is happening? Internally, my S1 contains, because I am fearing a lot whether he will catch me or not. S1, SNO is equal to what? 10. S name is equal to what? RS. And marks is equal to what here? 34.56. Which is there in where? S1. It is called some address is there. The data present in S1 is available in the form of number value, name value, marks marks. Is it not looking like a key comma value pair? it is looking like a key comma value pair. Inside the object, to hold my data members in the form of key comma value pair, PVM will create one dictionary, student. PVM will create one dictionary. This is happening in the case of these 3 lines. When you write this line number 4, what is happening? S1 is there with your ID called XXXX123. Inside of this, no data present in S1. There also what is there? One dictionary object is there, which is called empty dictionary is present. Empty dictionary present. What is the length of your S1 object? 0. What is the length of this is called 3. Very most important. You will not find any textbook. You will not find in internet this much detailed whoops. You will not come. When I am explaining means you should remember like anything. Can I show you now? Now I say, come to the point of it. Come to the point of it. Johar, please don't go to Java. Java, if you want to go for it, I can go for like anything. Student S is equal to new student. This is called Java. This is called Java. There I need to enter new operator. Even Johar also don't know what is a new operator. I can confidently say. This is the Java syntax. Any student you take it, this is the Java syntax of creating an object. Nobody knows what is happening inside the new operator. You take any Java student and ask what new operator will do. They don't know. Damn sure. Johar, and you don't mind. Do you know new operator what it will do, student? And don't tell that it will allocate the memory space. Do you know what 3 functions internally it will do, Johar? Can you tell me, Johar, quickly? Quickly. Okay, no. That's what I said. No. So, now I will go for. When you are learning Java whoops, Python whoops, don't remember Java. But psychology is what? When I am learning science notes, you will remember social notes. When you are learning social textbook map pointing, you will get science diagrams you will remember. Right? So that is a natural psychology. But when you are learning Python whoops, don't remember anything else. Try to come to the point. Now I am writing print of, right. Now coming to the point. Content of S1 is equal to comma. What is the content of S1? Internally, what is containing S1? I told beginning what is containing? Empty. To print this empty data, S1 dot, to print this data, you need to use underscore dict. You need to use underscore dict. Underscore dict. Are you following? So, underscore dict is the attribute present with every object to print its dict content of that object. How do you print it? S1 dot underscore dict underscore of. This will print what? Like this. Empty. Content of S1 before adding data. Content of S1 after adding data. Content of S1 after adding data. What is printed after that? SNO colon 10, comma, SName colon RS, comma, marks colon what? It will print 34.56. Execute it. Go back and see. PY. See students. PY. What is my example? Student 1 example dot PY. See beginning what is there? Empty. What is the next one after adding this data? Like this. What is SNO, S name, marks are available with whom? S1. The variables available with S1 are called which data members? Instance data members. Which data members? Good. Can I add one more instance data member to that? Yes, because Python is one of the dynamically typed programming language. Any number of things you can add it. Don't think that this is the only way. So many ways I will tell you to add the data to the object. Mind blowing. I will get a doubt whether you will remember all the ways or not. But I will tell you the compulsory, because I want to show how many ways I can add the data. Because in AI level, you will come across all these ways. Whichever way that person is using, you should understand it. Can I move forward? Well, next, create object creation. S2 is equal to what I am doing now? Student of. This is also known as what? Object creation. Object creation. This is which content? S1. Shall I print S2 content now? Yes. S2 content also I will print. Now I am saying content of S1. S1 is over. Now I am going to enter into S1. S2 is equal to S2 before adding the data. What should I write it? S2 dot dict. What is that now? Come on. Empty. Empty. Please run it. What is this now? Empty. This is S1 is empty. Now this is containing its data. Are you able to follow? Right. So coming to the point of it, next I am going to introduce. Can I add the data to S2 also? Yes, V Srinu, you please hold on, ma. I will come to your doubt. Okay. Now come on, add to the data to S2. To whom I am adding now? What should I do? Come on. S2 dot SNO. And don't think, my dear student, like Java. When I use SNO there, here also you need to use SNO. But here you can use a different name also, you can use, no problem. Because Python is not a static typed. It can be dynamic typed. No book can contain this information, including Balaguru Swami book also. Right. Is equal to what? 20. S2 dot what? Name is equal to what? TR. S2 dot what? S2 dot what? S marks. Even I can write the same name, no problem. Is 44.44. Next, S2 dot what? DOB is equal to. DOB is equal to something I am writing today's date of birth. 2601 and 2023. Come on, print. Content of S1 after adding the data. Content of S2 after adding the data. S2 dot what? Dict. Will you get this entire information or not? Yes, please look into that. Please look into this. See, students, this is about which content? S1. Is it related to S2 content or not? STNO, name, marks, date of birth. What did you understand about STNO, name, and then marks and DOB are called? Instance data members. Whose memory space created one time, each and every time? How many objects I created? 2. 2 times memory space created or not? Which I am using to store common data or specific data? Specific data. Specific data I am using it. Did you understand? Well, coming to the point back, one doubt V Srinu is having. I will read out the doubt. I will keep it. Your doubt I will keep it. V Srinu doubt this is. So I will take out this name. So I will just see. Because everybody has to listen so clearly. Attending half an hour class, taking some outside snacks and then coming and attending, that will collected by garbage collector. Listen, sir, but in the student class, we did not initialize any data members. That is what he is exciting in the class. I am going to tell you, see, where is that? V Srinu doubt is, he is having Java knowledge. Java knowledge is having. Class name, we need to specify inside the data members. In the platform independent, I told you, whether you remembered or not. What I told in platform independent, in class of object of class, you will specify 3 data members, means only 3 data members it will allow. 4th data member it will not allow. You are not remembering that, because you will not remember yesterday's class only. How can you remember in the beginning days? But I will remember every day. Why? It's my commitment, right? So, my dear student, I will come to that inside the class. Syntax you observe once. I am here only. Sri no doubt is where? Here. Sri no doubt is there in the line number 8. Which line I am in? First line only. Are you following? His doubt is, sir, we must specify the data members inside the class. I will come to that. That is called a second approach. Third approach is also there. I am talking about first approach only today. We Sri no? I will take care, ma. I will take care. I hope you are following me what I am talking. So, I will take up in this place. That is what I am going to write it here. Instance data members can be specified in how many places? Now I am writing. I will write it and I will go back. Instance data members can be specified in 3 ways. In 3 ways. They are number 1, by using object name. By using which name? Object name. This is what I used in my program today. By using object name I am specifying. I will write it. Here we specified instance data members by using what name? Object name. We specified instance data members by using object name. You see, object name. Are you able to follow? Okay. We specified by using object name. This is an object is created. I am placing my customized data. Okay. Coming to next level here, and I am taking here instance data members are there. Now I am going to mention it. Second one, by using what? Instance methods also I can write, students. Instance methods, which I am going to come to the next class, not today's class. I can cover in today's class, but it will become little speed. You cannot catch me. So, when I come to this instance method, I can write inside. That is the second approach. There is a third approach is also there. That is called what? Third. By using constructors. By using constructors. That is known as what? Ways of specifying which data members? Instance data members. Now, last point. Instance data members are accessing by using, see, how I am accessing it? Actually, I printed its content by using what? S1.dictoff, S2.dictoff. Right or not? You can print it. This is called internal format I printed. Let me take the second example. Now tell me. Now I am writing. How many objects are created? Quickly. Right. Specify the instance data members. Specify the instance data members of S1 by using what name? Object name. How I will write it? SNO is equal to 10. S1 dot name is equal to RS. Next S1 dot what here? Marks is equal to what? You know, marks is equal to 33.33. Specify the data members of this object, S2 object, by using object name itself. How do you specify? S2 dot STNO is equal to some 20. S2 dot name is equal to some TR, and next S2 dot what? Marks is equal to some 44.44. Now I am writing display the data of what object? S1 object. How do you display the data of S1 object, ma? S1 dot SNO. S1 dot SNO. How do you access the data member of S1? S1 dot SNO. How do you access its name? Come on, first. S1 dot name. I need to write name. Name. Can I write S name here? Come on. No, because I specified in the form of what? I should not write what? Okay. Next I will write what? S1 dot marks. Is it printed the data or not? I will write it on the top of it. What is this? Content of each object. Yes. Similarly, I will print which object? S2. Content of each object. S2. Tell me how do you print it now? S2 dot. Very good. STNO. S2 dot name. Next S2 dot marks. How I am accessing my instance data members? By using what? Object name. How I am accessing? Object name. How I am specifying? Through what name? Through object I am specifying. I am accessing through object. So everything I am doing with object. That's why instance data members are also known as what? Object level data members. Spell out. Come on. Now I will go for what? Student example 2. There is no hurry at all, students. Also so many ways for you. Without understanding, if we complete the course, what is the use? Go to the point, run. PY. Student example 2. S1 content is coming. S2 content is coming. Easy or difficult? Easy. Come on, say once. Sir, not coming, sir. Easy అనే word రావట్లేదు. Okay, no problem. But I'm feeling very much easy. Now I want to print the data in another way. Another way I want to print the data. Online students. Another way I will print it. Can I? Come on, how do you print it? Using for what? Data member name, DMN, data member value. DMN and a data member name. It is one variable. Why to make it? Because you are feeling so difficulty. K comma V in what? S1 dot underscore what? Dict. S1 underscore dict dot items. First of all, you need to know S1 dot underscore dict means dictionary data of S1. In the dictionary, there is a top function called what? Items. What a beautiful subject. Come on. \T K and then what I will write it? Dot format of what? K comma V. It is the content of each object. S1 object. S1 object. Similarly, you execute it once and then see. See that is it S1 content is displayed or not? Okay. Next, similarly, I will go for writing which object content. Come on, fast. I'm not copying it. Content of each object. S2. Content of S2. S2 object. S2 object. How do you print it? Come on, fast. K comma V in S2 dot underscore dict dot items of print. Come on. Print of. So, come on. \T and this is the one \T and say this some different symbol format of what? K comma V. Execute it. Execute it. See that object content is coming. Object content is coming or not? This is another way. Oops is not a joke. Oops is different. If you get this now, there is no stop for you. Okay, right. Come to the point of it. Now, here, what is the way I am accessing? This way. One more way I want to access. One more way that you know already this way. One more way. Come on. What is this? Content of what? S1. Content of S1. Now see students. Print. What is this now? Student number. Student number. Dot format of what? S1 dot SNO. Earlier we used to write SNO, SNO. Today we are writing object dot object dot. Next I will write it. Student name. Which is student? S1. How I am accessing? With respect to what? Object name. S1 dot. What is this now? Name. So, Mohammed, yes sir, very, very difficult. Now you are feeling difficult or easier? So, student marks. I am writing what? Marks. What is this now? S1 dot marks. S1 dot marks. This is called what? S1 content. Similarly, I will go for which content? S2 object content. Content of S2 object. Content of S2 object. Come on, easily we can write it. S2 dot, S2 dot, S2 dot. Here you will get an error, right or not? Let me show you that error. Feel once an error. What is that error called? What is that error called? Attribute error. Spell out. Yes. Come on, see the answer now. Student object has no attribute. Did you know STNO? Yes. Python is saying S2 is not containing SNO. It is suggesting to you. What is this error? Long ago we got it already. In where? Complex time only we got it. How, sir? Can you show once? Go to py. A is equal to what? 2 plus 3j. A dot what? Real. A dot what? IMAG. A dot imaginary you write it. By mistake you are writing imaginary. So, imaginary you are writing by mistake. So, imaginary is not an attribute in which class? Complex class. So, that's why. What is that error? Attribute error. Complex object has no attribute imaginary. Here you see, student object has no attribute SNO. Understand? Well, come out of that and go back to my Python class once again. Understand, students? Run this code, see this code, and of course, go to this place and got an error, go to this and write it as what? Yes. Now, Farooq, you are understanding. Now you are understanding. So, point to point, content is changing. S1 content. See how I am printing normally with a dictionary, with a what? Line by line. Easy or difficult? So, coming to the point of it, with the normal content I am showing, with the dictionary object I am showing, with the normal like your Python class I am showing. So, coming to the point of it, I will go to my lecture. Here, I will say instance data members. Instance data members must be accessed. Must be accessed with respect to what name? Object name. With respect to what name? Object name. Or we can also access with respect to what? Self. It's a very dangerous. Self. What is self? Keyword. Right. Whoever says keyword, it is a blunder. Most of the people will say it is a keyword. It is a blunder. Even textbooks also will contain the keyword. It's a blunder. How, sir? Please show. That's why we need to send a mails to that people. Sir, you written blunder in your textbook. Please change your textbook. Throw it out in Hussain Sagar. Go to py. See, self is equal to what? 45. It is allowed. If is equal to 23, error. Else is equal to some 56, error. Yas is equal to 45, error. Yas is a keyword. Now, see, self is equal to 45, no problem. Who said self is a keyword? And whoever you meet Amirpet students, other than our students, self is a keyword. Even faculty also say it is a keyword. You bring that student to us and let them open their eyes. So, print of what? Self comma type of what? Self. Self is going to be what? A variable name. Act as which type? Self is a keyword. So whichever book you are reading, stop reading. Read our notes. So come to back. It's not only you. Even in Java also. Oh, who is that? Muhammad. Okay. He opened his eyes. Right. In Java also, who knows Java? They are saying this Zoher. Who knows Java? What faculties are saying? This is a keyword entered. Who said that? It is the wrong answer. This is not a keyword. It is an object. It is not a keyword. It is an object. So, coming to the point of it. Because in the flow, they will say wrong. Wrong means what? 50% they will say wrong. And 50% whether they say correct or not, God knows. Because the computer is not there to practice it. So, that's why this is not a keyword in Java. This is also like equal to self only. You have seen practically now? So if anybody asks you self is a keyword, what you will say? You should say, please come here and you open your laptop and show this example. Because you are changing one citizen in India. You will build the nation on Republic Day. Correct or not? Wrong people, you are diverting to the correct route. Is it a good thing or not? Is politician will do? Do? No. Who can do? Like you. Like you only can do. Right or not? Yes. Please come to the point of it. Huh? Farooq. Right. Come to my point. What is self? I will explain about self so perfectly. Right now, don't worry. Now I am writing the syntax. What is the syntax here? Object name dot instance data member name. Instance data member name, or I will say, I will write self dot instance data member name. Sir, can I write self now? No. You will get error. Go once. I will write it. You write here self. You write self. Why the people are saying it is a keyword? Why the people are saying it is a keyword? Do you know the reason? Then I spoke to one faculty, not now. 6 years back, I spoke to one faculty. I asked him, why you are saying it is a keyword? He said one dangerous word for me. What is that, you know? What he said, you know? What he said, you know? Look at once. In this case, DEF. DEF is what? Keyword, which I told you already in the class now. What is the class here? Keyword. What is the pass here? Keyword. Just to go once. Pass is equal to 45. Error or not? Class is equal to 56. Error or not? DEF is equal to 56. Error or not? Okay. When I asked that faculty, he said one stunning answer to me. Burning answer he said to me. Immediately I made, come here, sit with me. I said the different explanation to that guy. DEF, sir. DEF. He said like that answer to me. DEF looking in which color? Class is looking in which color? And self is looking in which color? That's why it is a keyword. A very dangerous guy. I said one Telugu proverb to that guy. And whichever is looking in blue color, that is called keyword. Huh? Very dangerous guy. Immediately, I gone to that person. I took it that person. Please spare with me 10 because he's very close to me. I asked him to spare with me 20 minutes. I immediately said, this DEF is there na. I changed it to what? Red in color with Colorama. One module is there. Colorama. Rainbow colors also you can print. You can change your names. DEF looking in blue. I changed it into red in color. Class keyword is there na. I changed it into green in color. Then he opened his eyes like anything. Sir, this much is there in Python now. Sir, I don't know, sir. But I'm teaching Python from last 3 years onwards, sir. And this is happening in 6 years back. So that day, next day, he said, when the class is over, he said like this, two hands closed it and then said like that. Sir, today you made my eyes open, sir. So DEF, CLS looking in blue color, self also looking in where, sir? Blue color. Blue and blue is called a keyword. How dangerous it is. You will also convince or not? But convincing not normally to convince. Suppose if I am a student, I never convince. I want the coding to be seen. Even self also I will not use. I will use different text. I will write in place of self. I will write KVR. I will write in place of self. I will write KVR self. KVR self will work. That is subjective. Don't convince easily. Be typical. Be typical. You should. Nobody should convince you except a teacher who has good subject. Practical only can make you to convince. So looking in blue color, looking in red color, these are all nahi chalta. So these are all called what? Wrong things. We should not convince with that. Will you convince? No. So because today's world people are very dangerous. They will convince you like anything, but don't convince. With practically only you convince. Anything which I am speaking through program only. From the day one onwards, I am doing the same thing or not? Am I saying anything without system, without program? Am I saying any concept? No, everything through program only. Tomorrow, if you sit in front of CEO or in front of Rosam also, you just explain this, you'll say, correct, he will say. Why? Everything working in system. Like that. So in place of self, you can write your own name also. How to write that? I will explain. Because it is there in this place. Where it is available, here you see. Instance data members, what is there? It is there in the line number 6. But I am there in this line only. Oops, I like this concept very much. That's why I'll explain so perfectly for you. If you remember, if you don't remember, what can I do? You tell me. I will convince in such a way that student brain is like that. What can I do? So come to the point back. So here I am writing what? Here I am writing what? Here I am writing self. So what is that? Error. Huh? Okay, mom. Okay, Ajay. Okay, no problem. So don't go like that. So now I am writing what? Self. Now you will get error. I wrote here. What I wrote here. So don't read certain things. Now I wrote it. Ajay, no, don't go like that, ma. So coming to this. Or what? Self I wrote it. If you run this code, which code I will run? In place of S2, I wrote self. You will get error. Which line? 32 error will come. 32 error will come. Come out of that and execute my Python code and see that error is coming. What is this? Name self is not defined. If it is a keyword, why it will give it as an error? Since it is a variable name, that's why it is giving you what? When name error is coming, when it is not found in the particular context, then only you will get what error? If it is a keyword already present now, yes or no? Yes. So see how much is there. You are thinking keyword. Person like me taking an interview, I will show all these things into you and you will say, sir, I am not suitable, salute to you. I will come after 1 month, he will say. That 1 month he cannot learn the subject in deep. Come to the point. So come to the point back. Now, I cannot write self here. When to write self, sir? I will explain to you. When to use self, when to use what? Object. You want to get on-spot answer? Yes. For example, I am coming to your room. I say what? I am KV Rao. I will say. I am KV Rao. I will say. After that, I will say what? Full stop. Next onwards, I will say, I am. I am saying. What is that I pointing to? KVR. Correct or not? First beginning, I start with what? KVR. After that, I will start with I am. What is that? I is pointing to my KVR object or not? Yes. S1. Self, I will say. What is self? Self is pointing to what? S1 only. But when it is pointing, I will explain. Memory management, I will explain. Right now, we should not write what? Self. Error or not? Yes. So S2 is written here. Okay. Now coming to the point back. Now see, if I go to this place, you see the answer. Are you able to understand? Yes. So coming to the point back, content of S1, content of S2. First model, second model, and then what? Third model. Easy or difficult? Easy. Now let me go for one more way. Now this is called which type of data members? Instance data members. Now I will go for which level data members? Right. Now watch it. I will go to coming to the point of it. In this case, I will go to the place. You come here, Python, observe it. How many students I am having? 2 students I am having. Display the content by using any one of the way. I will remove this. Okay, now? Right. This is my student example 3. How many objects I am having? Right. What is the course for 2 students? Python. What I will do normally? S1 dot CRS is equal to what? Python. Again, I will do in where also? S2 dot CRS is equal to what? Is it not my time waste? Time waste or not? So what I will print it here also? S2, S1 dot what? CRS. Here S1 dot what also? CRS. S2 dot. Understand, ma? Yes. Please go to that, save it, and then see. See what is happening here. PY, see this now. What is happening? Python is printed or not? Now, here you see S2.CRS. If I have hundreds of students, will I write each and every time CRS, S2 dot, S1 dot, S3 dot? Is it not my waste of time? So I will not write this. Where I will write it? For all the objects, there is a common data. That time I will go to where? Class. Inside the class, I am writing, go to the syntax, class name, write what? So go to the place, inside the class, write what? CRS is equal to what? Python. Inside the class, I am writing CRS. What is CRS is called? Class level data member. Spell out. Class level data member. Okay. This is taken as which type? Generally speaking, how this is available, students, you know, this is S1 object. This is S2 object. S1 data contains specific data. S2 data contains specific data. For both of them, what is the common data? CRS. What is the common data, students? Python. Is Python is shareable to S1, S2, S3, n number of objects or not? Whose memory space created how many times? One time. Did you understand? Where I written the class level data member? Inside the class definition, there are multiple ways are there to specify. How to specify, I will come. First way I specified, where I specified, students, inside the class definition. Did you understand? Sir, how to access it? I can access the class level data members by using which name? Class name. How can I access my instance data members? S1 dot, S1 dot, S1 dot. How do I access instance data member? S2 dot, S2 dot, S2 dot. How can I access my class level data member? With respect to class name. That is an international rule. If you go to the deep of the subject, you can access with object name also. You can access with the CLS also. You can access with the self also. And there are different situations are there. I will explain all the situations. But one thing you remember, if you want to get the shortcut direct route, class name dot class level data member you need to write. What is my class name? Student. Print it, comma. Tell me, student. Student dot what? CRS. Again, I will write what here? Student dot CRS. Run this code, run this code, run this code. See the answer, Python is coming or not? How many times memory space is created? One time. Irrespective of objects are created. How many objects created? Two. But how many times CRS memory space created? One time. Which is better? Common value to be taken as class level data member, common value to be taken as specific data member, class level data member. So class level data members are used to store what? Common values for all the objects of the same class. You can access the same thing by using what also? Corresponding object also. One, what is that? Yes, one. I am talking about this, correct? What is your doubt, ma? Is doubt adi? Yes, one at CRS? మీ డౌట్ నాకు కరెక్ట్గా చెప్తే అర్థమవుతుంది. ఎవరు చెప్తారు మీ ఇద్దరులో? ఎవరు చెప్తారు? S1 డాట్ ప్రింట్ అయిందా? నేను రాసినప్పుడు చూసావా? ఇప్పుడు ఏం రాశాను నేను ఇక్కడ? వాట్ దిస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ నౌ? క్లాస్ లెవెల్ డేటా మెంబర్. ఈజ్ ఇట్ క్లియరా? ఓకే, నౌ యూ రన్ దిస్ వన్స్ అగైన్. నౌ సీ దిస్. గెటింగ్ ఆర్ నాట్? మీ డౌట్ ఏంటి? అదే మీరు అర్థం చేసుకోవాల్సింది ఇక్కడ. నేను ఏం చెప్పాను ఇప్పుడు? తెలుగులో చెప్పాలంటే కష్టం అవుతుంది. సో మెనీ నార్త్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆర్ దేర్. సో హియర్ I remove this. So difficult. See that, pass. Here, what I did here, S1 dot what? CRS is equal to what? Python. నేను చెప్పేటప్పుడు వినకపోతే ఇట్లే ఉంటుంది. నేను చెప్పేటప్పుడు వినాలి మీరు. సో మళ్ళీ రివర్స్గా రాయాలంటే చాలా కష్టము. S1 dot CRS is equal to Python. S2 dot CRS is equal to Python. What is this is called? If 1000 students are there, will you write again and again, again and again? What is that? Takes what memory space? More memory space. How I am writing here? S1 dot CRS. Next is called what? S2 dot what? CRS. S2 dot CRS. Right or not? Now see what is happening. What is happening? Answer came or not? Came or not? What is the drawback here? Answer is coming. You are seeing only answer. You did not worry about memory management. If 1000 students are there, how many times you will write this statement? S1 dot CRS, S2 dot CRS, S3 dot CRS. 1000 students are there, how many times you will write? Is it waste of time or not? What you will do now? What did you understand? Python is a common for all the objects or not? I said don't write it. Don't write it. Don't write it. How many times I would write? One time. That is called what? Class level data member. How do you write it? CRS is equal to what? Python, which is called what I told? Class level data member. How many times I wrote it? Inside of which definition? Inside of class definition. I wrote the diagram also just now. How many times I wrote it? Am I writing S1 dot, S1 dot, S1 dot? Now, what I am going to call? How do you call this now? CRS is which level data member? How do you call it? With the class name. What is my class name now? What is my class name now? Student dot what? CRS. How do you write this now also? Student dot what also? CRS. Execute. You will get the same answer. Now you are asking, this also same answer, this also same answer. You are seeing only answer. You are not worrying about the memory management. This is already explained. And both of you are in the same track. Did you understand now? Open your eyes and see. Did you understand? Same answer? Huh? Answer is same, but what is different? Second answer is effective memory. This is called a lot of memory. which is good. Common values represented with class level data members is powerful. Understand? Sit down. Now, that is the concept. This already explained. You are not listening my concept. You are thinking about your doubt only. Actually, you never get a doubt if you listen my class. Shall I move forward? Now, how I accessed it? With respect to what name? Class name. You remove this CRS once. Remove this CRS once. Now, execute, comma. Don't worry. See, execute. Python came or not? Now, this class level data member I can call with respect to what also? S1 dot. Because it is a common value for all the objects. S2. I can write S1 also. Because you don't know and you are using your innocent knowledge than me. You can write S1 also. You can write S1 also. S2 also you can write. I will run everything. Don't excite. Day by day you are becoming lollipop student. So Python came or not? Now here you see S2 I will write it. S2 also I will write it. S2 dot S2 dot. Answer came. It is not a blackboard with white chalk piece. It is purely practical. You can understand how many levels I worked it and I'm coming in front of you with so many examples. With this, I will connect to database also. Multi-threading with oops also I will tell you. Come on. Here I written what? S2. S2. No, sir. Here you write S1, sir. Here you write S2, sir. Be perfect. Be like a full moon. Understand? Right. Students in online. Students in online. Are you able to follow, my dear students? So here I need to write what? Class name I can write it. What is the class name? Student. Here I can write what? Student. Class name. I wrote it. So actually now coming to the class level data members. I can get it. Class level data members. Oh, time is over. 7:50 now. Class level data members. Creating the memory space how many times? Yes. Class level data members. I will just copy paste. Class level data members are those. Class level data members are those whose memory space created only one time. Only one time. Irrespective of number of objects we create. Irrespective of what? Number of objects we create. Number of objects we create. Irrespective of number of objects we create. How many objects we created? 2, 3, 4 lakhs of objects you create. Are you following me? But how many times memory space is created? One time. You can create the same thing again and again. But it is a waste of time. Answer will come, but memory management is differs a lot. Well, come on to the next point I am saying. Next I am going to say instance data members are used for storing which data? Specific data. Now here I am using class level data members are used for storing which data? Common data. Used for storing which data? Common data. Common data. Are you able to understand? Good. Now, Vamsi is saying, if we want to store different course for one particular student among all the students, you can pass it. What is that? For one student, if you pass particular data, you can pass it. Because already we have discussed in where? Arguments passing mechanism. Arguments passing mechanism. I will use the same arguments mechanism in where? Python methods also. My dear student, Vamsi, please read our notes. Which notes? Keyword arguments. Default variables. Already we discussed now, thumb symbol. Yes. Any doubt will come, it is there in the notes. Next. How do you access instance data members? How we are accessing instance data members? Right. Since they are available with objects, that's why they are known as what? Yes. Now I am writing. Since class level data members, okay, why that name is coming, I am defining. Since class level data members are defining, inside of what? Class definition, and they are common for all the objects all the objects of what class? Of which class? Same class, and they are called what? Yes, called which data members? Class level data members. Class level data members. Fine. Actually, to teach this whoops classes, 2 hours not enough. I want a solid 4 hours. So you are thinking 4 hours means bouncing, sir. So once 2 hours is over, eating pens. Correct? Fine. Next, coming to the point back. Next, instance data members are specified in how many ways? 3 ways. But in class level data members are specified in 2 ways. Class level data members can be specified in 2 ways. Number 1, by using what? Inside the class definition. Inside the class definition. Second one is what? Inside of what? Inside of class level method. That I will show you tomorrow class. And luckily, unfortunately, coming on Friday also. Friday means we will be having busy to prepare the underground action plans for Saturday. So tomorrow, if we miss it, be in the underground only, don't come to foreground. So coming to next, we should not miss the class. Inside of class level method also. What is the class level method? What is the instance method? Tomorrow I will come to know that. I will explain that in tomorrow class. Next I am going to write it. How do you access it? Now I am writing instance data members accessed with respect to, I said something. Here I am writing class level data members can be accessed. Class level data members can be accessed. I am writing accessed with respect to what? Class name. First, this is an international rule. I can say one name and I can leave it. But if I go for an interview, you will say one. Do you know any other ways? If you tell the other ways, you will feel that he is an expert. If you say only one way, if I am also coming to an interview, I will tell, sir, you know only one way. I know next 3 more ways. Definitely you will say, you please go, we will call you later. So that way also I want to say, or what? CLS, or what? Object name, or what? Self also we can use it. 4 ways you can say. See students, I will write it here. Class name dot, which level data member? Class level data member. I will explain all these things. I will show you also students. Don't worry. Today I am covering just a concept. So that you have seen it already. Next I will write it what here? Object name also you have seen it. Object name dot. Object name of the same class. Object name. You can write one more also here. What is that? CLS. You can write a CLS. When to write CLS? I will explain. Right. I will write one more thing here. What is it? Self also I can write it. Because these are all extraordinary programming. Self dot. These are the 4 ways. Right now, you don't worry about this next, second, third, and fourth. First, these 2 things you have seen it. Are you understanding? Today's class, what you learned it? Types of data members in a class of Python. And some examples are sent. And because of that, you read these notes and come to tomorrow class. Tomorrow class, I will carry the examples with